So I'm using the selfie mode, which I really don't like doing, but I'm going to have to get used to it. Alright, so we are back at the Thompson trailhead, or I am, solo hike again. My wife is taking up a new hobby. She likes surfing. Couch surfing, yeah. Alright, so as you can see, we're at the bridge. We're going to do the same trip I did last time. We're going to go off trail to around where the big tree is, but we're going to go up the Bee Branch Falls. We can go investigate in there. Now this is not the normal, it's not a park trail, but it does get a lot of traffic. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see the area, and then we'll get started. So I need to make a correction on one of my earlier videos. I thought that the smaller creek that I passed was Thompson. This is Thompson, actually. I guess that kind of makes sense since this is the Thompson Bridge. There's a lot of streams that come in around this area, and this is one of the bigger ones. There's another one, the bigger one that comes in on the right, further down, but you can't see it from the trail. Not a lot of people here. It's a Friday once again. It's about 1 o'clock. It's normal routine where I work night shift, go home, pack, sleep a couple hours, and then got back up. Drove the 2.5 to 3 hour drive here, and I'm gonna start hiking. It's about 35 degrees. It's kind of cool. Should warm up as I start walking. It's supposed to get down around 19 or lower tonight, so it'll be frigid. Hopefully I can find some firewood and have a good little fire. Alright, I'll check in with you here in a little bit. Sorry about this. We're going to try this some more so I can get used to it. Let's see what to tell you about this trip. I talked about Bee Branch. So this is Friday. Low tonight's around 19. Tomorrow high 45 to 50. The next night about the same, maybe in the low 20s for the low, and then but rain comes in Sunday, so I have to decide, do I want to, so you can see some of the river, do I want to stick around and hike out in the rain, or just make it a one night trip, head home on Saturday. I guess it depends on what all I get done today. Let me show you the river. Again, pretty little creek. Here's a concern that I have. I'm going to share it with you. About all the YouTube videos out there. It teaches people new places to go, and therefore the traffic in those areas increase. Well, with those increases comes the added burden of wear. So if y'all decide to come to the Sipsey or any of the places that I go in my videos, y'all need to make sure that you're being respectful of the land. You're taking care of the land. You're not leaving your crap, literally or figuratively, out in the woods along the trail. No one wants to see your crap more than you want to see theirs. So be mindful that other folks are out here. Follow the rules that's set forth by the parks or wildlife management areas when it comes to taking care of your trash, human waste, or whatnot. So most of all, be careful. An injury out here could be really serious, depending upon the weather, how far back you're in the back country, and so on. Alright, enough preaching. Okay, once again, when you cross the first creek, you see a campsite. Oops, My stick fell. You walk up the trail, and the trail takes a right. That's 206, continues that way. You're going to take this left. Last time I was here, I kind of wandered around the woods a little bit because there was a tree down blocking the trail. I know that now, so I won't make that same mistake again. I'll show you that up here in a minute. I got to take off some clothes. I've warmed up a little bit, so I'll be check back in a minute. This is where I made my mistake. I took that trail there when I should have went down. Oh, followed the creek. So if you come this way, don't make that same mistake I did. It's by that rock outcropping. Alrighty. It's taken me 49 minutes to get to the yucca plants. So I'm on the other side. I'm going down to the creek. I'm not far from the creek. I had to stop a couple times to get sick though. I'm not sure if I've got what my coworkers have been having. A couple of them have been out sick, or my breakfast didn't agree with me, or what. Or I'm just a sissy, one or the other. So 49 minutes, kind of give you an idea. It's a pretty little spot. All right, check in a little lower. Here's the area that I think would be interesting if it was wet or raining. You've already got a wet spot, and it's been dry for a while. Going up, coming down might be slippery. There's this spot, and there's one more a little further down. I'll show you that. Getting down into there. Alright, let me let you go. It's this spot right here. Steep, slick, muddy. And then there's another spot a little further down. Let me concentrate. Alright. Right after that spot, you come to this one. And I would imagine if it's raining, a lot of water would be traveling right down this trail. So, but we're good now. I'm not worried about it for this trip. Perhaps on the way out, we'll get to look and see how it looks like if I come out Sunday. Alright, check back in a minute. When you work your way down that, you come down to the rocks and you work your way down to that big slab and down over that area. Alright, past those rocks. The trail's kind of broken, but it's here. You're going to follow this bluff line. You'll see the trail right there. One thing I want to point out, some of these trails looks like they've been hacked, hoed or shoveled out, so they look like a proper trail. So this appears, I mean, one, it was made, not just people walking on it. I know back earlier there was areas that clearly looked like there was a step on the left-hand side of the trail that has going downhill. So right here you can see. So I'm thinking, sorry, I was losing my grip. This is a trail, it's just not numbered. So I don't know. Maybe somebody knows and can comment below. Normally they have the signs and have it on the map. I can't find a map with this trail on it other than mine. Alright, let me keep moving. It's going to get cold quick. So when I got to the edge of the rock face, there was a little trail that's kind of had sticks saying don't go this way basically. I'll show you on my way out, but I thought I'd go that way because, you know, I'm living on the edge here. And you can tell people walked it. Just curious at what's here. This goes to area that I want to explore, so. It may just dead end right up here. It may end up going to a campsite. It may end up going to a waterfall. Who knows? We'll find out together. All right. So that trail, I think, is an animal trail. Just kind of separated so many times now. It's not very traveled. It's not very pronounced. I can't find a trail. So I've just been walking, basically staying between the cliff face and the creek and exploring. So I got a feeling I'll be forced down closer to the creek here in a minute. I'll check back in when I see something else that's interesting. So the terrain did force me down to the creek. So I'm down here. This Bee Branch. See the raccoon tracks? Anyway, I gotta figure out a way to get across the creek without getting wet. We don't want to be wet tonight. I imagine I'll have to go right there. So let me work on that. Across the creek. And then I run into this. Don't know if I want to keep trying to push it upstream or I think there's a trail up there, if I remember correctly. Let me look at my maps and decide what I want to do. Should I go back downstream or make camp in the day hike upstream? Might make it easier. I was bushwhacking with the backpack on. Alright. Check back with you in a minute. So I'm working my way back up to the other side. The creek's behind me. You can see the boars have been tearing it up to here. I'm wondering if that trail is supposed to come down from the main trail. Sorry, I don't remember the number. The one that's above me. If it comes in right there. We're gonna walk right up here and look. But I gotta get camp set up fairly soon. It is 2:30, so I probably got maybe an hour before I gotta find someplace. Alright, let's go check it out. That's a pretty spot. There is a little bit of a trail. It's not a legit trail. It's easier walking. You do have there's water moving down there. Pretty enough. Not sure if somebody dug that out to collect the water or if it's a hog waller. I've only seen two in all my hikes. One in North Georgia and one in North Carolina. As you can tell, there's water coming up underneath up the rock right there. I'm going to go ahead and head on back. I may come back up here without my pack and spend some time tomorrow, or try to find how to get up to that other trail. We may find that on the way back to on our way to camp, so we'll see. All right, sorry it's sitting. What I was hoping it was. It's not bad, but I had kind of a different expectation when the map said scenic area. All right. Say that's how you get to the top. Right next to that big joker right there. Traversable, steep but steep. Either way. And I see some trails down here, so we'll look at that another date. But at least I know where it's at. I'll mark it on my map. It's getting more pronounced. Here's another little pretty cliff face with a wet area below. You can tell he's still kind of had a bushwhack, but it happens when you're off the trail. A little muddy area. I think I need to cross this. Be back in a minute. There's some pretty moss, yellow and pink. As you can trail the trails here, but you still got push limbs. So we're working my way that way. Got a lot of deadfall and just plain annoyances getting through here. My arms are getting all ripped up from pushing past the branches, but another little wet spot below the cliff. Every once in a while you pick up the trail again. Oh. It's dripping. Alright, starting to clear. That's good news. It's gonna be cold tonight, which I knew that. I thought I'm pushing this stuff down to try to get across through this deadfall. I thought I'd go over there and try to see if there's what's going on up there, because I hear water. Maybe that's the falls. Either way, I've chose this misery. I better finish it. Alright. Well, there's a whole lot of work for this. It's pretty. There's probably water up there. But I'm going to go down to the creek. I was trying to decide if I camp by the big tree, but I don't believe I will. Creek will have to do, because it is getting close to my target time of setting up camp. Alright, made it. Let's see if they have any firewood, or is it all burned up? It's all burned up, so I'll have to do that. There's plenty up in there. 3 o'clock. Or do I want to do the mile to the big tree and camp there? I'm pretty wet. I probably need to dry off. Alright, this is where it's going to be one more time. That'll be interesting. Alright, so the first thing I did was take my clothes off and dry off. And then I put on some dry clothes. I gotta let them dry, and I gotta be dry so that my clothes insulate me better tonight. And we'll get my boots off and let my socks dry out. Alright. And then I'll go try to find some firewood without getting too sweaty. Alright. So normally I try to find a stick for this, but I decided to use a piece of PVC so I can hang my hammock. I can't really show you how to do it, how to tie the knot, because it takes 2 hands, and of course I got to hold the camera. So there's other videos out there about how to do it. Alright, let me show you my saw. It's a piece of PVC I bent, and all I do is I put a hole through one end, and I just thread the nut on it, and then I pull the PVC, I pull up on the saw blade and I fit it into that slot. And then when I'm done, I just reverse the process, and I put the blade in the little scabbard, and then I slip it inside the saw, inside the PVC. And it's lighter than the steel, like saws of the same size, and I have more depth. I can cut a lot bigger diameter piece. All right, I'll show you it assembled when I get done. All right, I have, oops, sorry about the smoke. I have gotten the camp set up. It's cold. The only heat around is that little bit of a fire. We are, well, as you can tell, it's dark. I'll be going to bed early. It's probably, let's see, it's 5:17. Probably go to bed about 6. Oh Lord, it's gonna be a long night. But yeah, my legs are cold. I don't have anything to, other than the breeches I've got in my, yeah, it's cold. It's gonna be getting a lot colder. So we will crash, stay warm all night, hopefully, and there was something critter over there earlier. We'll see y'all in the morning. Still haven't decided what my game plan is tomorrow. We'll decide tomorrow. All right, bye-bye. So I've decided what we're going to do today. We're going to walk back up Bee Branch and go up on top of the rim and video some footage looking down into Bee Branch, and then walk over to the big tree and do some video from above, looking down into it. And then the next trip, we'll probably come in here and then go out. There's another way that you're supposed to be able to come in. Go out that way and check that out. So let me finish my breakfast and my coffee, pack up, and do that. And I'm going to head out tonight. I'm not going to stick around for the rain. Alright. Oh, by the way, it was cold last night. Yeah. I talked yesterday about my saw. And all I do, I just snap it back into the little scabbard and then slide it into the scabbard. And then that's it with a bolt. That's the other end. And that's it. Just down from camp. Looks like another hog waller. Or at least animals are getting in here and beating it down. It's not slick like the other hog wallers where they get on their back and roll around in it. Alright, I'm off. Find a route to the top and see if I can video from above. Now, where's the trail? There really isn't one. Alright, I'll check back in a little bit. Alright, I'm going to drop my backpack here. I don't think anybody will mess with it. To kind of show you the cliffs. The cliff face. Pretty impressive. I'm going to try to get up on top of it. We'll look down in this little gorge and see what it looks like. Alright, I'm going to keep trying to follow this little trail. Thought this was a pretty little spot. I haven't gone far because there really is no trail. I'm trying to do what I did on top. Just picking through it the best I can. I have a feeling it's going to push me down to the creek. I really ought to be going up high. Alright, I'll take back in a little bit. Went a little farther and found this landslide. Not sure how I'm gonna get through this. I may not be able to. I may have to go all the way back. I made better progress at the base of the cliff. Let me run down here and look by this tree, and we'll, if not, we'll go back to the top. Well, I was able to make it through that one area with the landslide, and then there's a little bit of a clearing, and then another area of a lot of rock and trees, and I was able to get through it. Now I'm at this big little slab that's laid down here with the tree kind of growing out of it. So I'm making progress, although it's slow. I gotta be thinking about what time I want to turn around. I don't know. I know I want to get home, late, but I don't want to get home real late. I don't want to drive through Huntsville in the crazy traffic. All right, check back in a little bit. Keep looking for things like this to see if I'm on the path. It's not a human traffic; it's animal traffic. To wear that log down. But as you can see, there's really no trail. Just what you make of it. Anyway, up through there should be that path up to the top. So I'm gonna start working my way up. Check in a little bit. Yesterday, I'm back up to the cliff. It's cold, but I'm on fire. You can see where some of the icicles have been breaking off and dropping on the rocks. There's something like that. So anyway, I gotta keep working my way around. I gotta take a breather for a minute. But damn, it is work. It's a lot of work. There was an animal trail that came up. I didn't see human footprints, but there was so much traffic going down at one little spot. There was no coverage, just all dirt and hoof prints and pig prints, deer and pig mostly. Oh, if I wanted to hunt, that's where I'd hunt. So much traffic, it rutted out the pathway. So let me get my breath, let my heart calm down, and we'll see what we can do up here. Alright. After half an hour of fighting briars, holly, just real thick bush, I finally can get to a overlook. I believe that's why I was below it. I haven't looked at the map, but I think that's the waterfall where it's dripping. That was below earlier. So I'll work my way around and see what I can see, and hope I don't have to go back through that trail that I just did. Well, that path, not even a path, that bushwhacking. Alright. Finally made it to another overlook, but damn, it's not worth the effort. It's just thick, intertwined limbs and briars, and I really need a machete. I was hoping it would be just forest up here, not like this. So I either have to find a way down or go back to the crap I just went through. So I'll have to look at the map. Anyway, I won't suggest this, I'll tell you that much. So following the rim wasn't going to work. Too hard on the side of my feet. Always wanting to turn my ankles. My feet would kill me for being on an angle the whole time. Not to mention freaking fight and everything. So I come up to the top. Come up to the top of the ridge, thinking Maybe it's better. Does it look better? I might have a little spot here where I can at least turn around. So this is probably a bust. I'm probably gonna go back down and go back to Dixie. Oh, let me go a little further. Maybe it clears up and makes it easier to travel, and I can make it to the other side and look down on the big tree. And it won't be a total waste. Technically, I guess it's not a waste because I learned something, but still, I didn't meet my objective. All right. So I picked up a little animal trail. I'm doing better on time. I'm making it across the ridge, but it's still wire, a lot of briars. And anyway, I saw this. This is where pigs who have covered themselves in mud, at least it's pigs, I think it's pigs, have rubbed up against these trees. Never seen that before. Kind of interesting. Alright. Rubbed on trees all the way down through there. All these, you see the path they're taking. There to there to there. Okay, there's the mud swallows that they're getting in. I'll be. So they get all coated up. And they take off, they just, of course, they're bumping along just like I am. Alright. Let me see if I can keep going. Trying to find that animal trail, which is followed the mud. Alright, I'll let you go. Finally found an area that's not too overgrown. It's the wash that is above the big tree. So I'm going to follow it, and hopefully there'll be an overlook that I can actually go look down on that area. If not, I'll head back home. Alright, bye-bye. But I need to run across some water so I can refill and have my lunch up here if I need to. It's been easier walking, except I stepped in a couple of potholes. So we will continue on and see if I can get there. Well, I made it, and you can hear people below me, but I can't see squat. I'm going to try to get a little closer, but I don't think this is going to work out either. Alright. I'm going to do the top of the big tree right there. I don't believe I can really get down to a spot where I can see because of all the trees. Alright. Go back and get my stuff and move a little bit to the side. Maybe I can find an overlook. Found this pretty little waterfall. The problem is I've got to get past this to get to where I can look down on the big tree. So I don't have any rope. I have no way to rappel, and that shows how I ain't gonna jump. So all the effort's wasted. So I'm gonna head on back. Alright. Alright. Made it back down to where I camped last night. Gonna head out now. It is about 12 o'clock. A little bit early, but I still have a 3-hour ride ahead of me, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. And should be home before dark. All right. I don't think I'll take any video on the way out because technically we've covered it several other times. I'm disappointed my plan didn't work, but there are some other things I want to see, so we'll do those on the next trip perhaps. All right, take care. I did say I'd show you where I turned. So when I came in from there, following this bluff, and I took that trail when I came in. That's what took me the first leg, and then I went across the creek and then back to the campsite, which is right down there. So made a little triangle last night. All right. About an hour. Take me about an hour to get from the stream to here. I'm back at the bridge. I'll flip the camera around here in a second. A lot more cars in the parking lot again. So we'll let's see. Anything I want to share? No, pretty straightforward hike out. About an hour's walk. All right. I flipped the camera around. That's kind of, it shows you the parking area. They don't want anybody parking on this side. So if you come up this way, keep that in mind. Don't park on the far side of the bridge. There's somebody around here. I hear some chattering going on. Alright, I'm going to get in the car, maybe make me some coffee, I'm not sure. Try and get on the road, try to get back home, put this thing together and put it on, if it's worth the flip, put it on YouTube. I know there's not a whole lot of entertainment value with it, but perhaps there's some, you can benefit if you're doing research about the area. Alrighty, take care.